Let me clean this lens. The sun is awful. Hey guys, how many do I have up here? One person. I've got one person up here. Okay. Well, for the one person that's up here, I am going to tear down that 350 that came out of my Suburban and figure out exactly what happened to it. So I only have one person and it's only 30 seconds. I'm gonna grab this engine and bring it over. Let me see. All right, I don't know. Anyhow, oh, I lost you. Okay, I got a bunch of y'all now. Little Mr. Houston, what's up? Jay Lakers, what's up? Jamie, how you doing? Go-Kart Bob, Sleeper Cars, Rob, Soft Sounds, Zachary, Aaron, Mark, Christopher. What's happening, guys? I'm gonna go grab this engine, which means I gotta put this phone kind of down. Y'all can like stare at my mess while that didn't sound quite right, but you know, I gotta go grab this engine. Where's my gloves at? What happened to my gloves? Here's some gloves. So for those of y'all that are joining me, we're gonna do a live teardown on this 350. I'm also going to be videoing it for my channel for today's video that I hadn't finished yet. So I was gonna tear down the engine in front of the doorway, but the lighting is so bad, I gotta go grab it and I'm gonna roll it into a better location. So just give me a second, guys. There's my gloves. Tight fit. I guess I could have brought my phone with me. So 81 people here so far. So what I've got, I rolled the engine over onto this little dolly. And I'm gonna first I'm gonna set up my camera. Can everybody see me all right? Is the sound good and all that good stuff? Let me know in the comments. For some reason I keep losing y'all. Isn't my Wi-Fi working in here? I guess I should have checked. So, okay, everyone's saying yes, looks great. Good. So, I'm getting some gloves on so I can do this teardown. I figured I'd just do it live because today's video isn't out yet. And it's all my fault because I had to go to a local auction because there was some like vans for sale, and I was thinking they'd be good cars and cameras content. And also we could put like some, you know, cars and cameras on the side of it and all that stuff. Oh, Vitor, Brazil, what's up, man? All the way in Brazil. The tall guy in the back is blocking you. Don't freak me out like that. So, let me get my camera rolling. because I'm gonna put this at the end of the video. Where's a good setup? Let me see, gotta set up my camera. It's not quite good enough. So 136 of y'all here. And for new people joining me, we're gonna do a live engine teardown on this Vortec 350 that was in my Suburban. That unfortunately, well, spun a bearing, I'm sure. So what are y'all's guesses? Oh gosh. What are y'all's guesses at what happened to this engine? You know, I could have, probably the best thing to have done with this Suburban is to have pre-oiled the engine, but when I spun it over, the oil pressure came up immediately. Sorry guys, I'm setting up my camera. The oil pressure came up and it was like 60 psi while I was spinning it over. So I just let her eat, and unfortunately I was wrong. So but I think all right, I'm putting this at the end of the video. Hold on one second, guys. I'm doing 2 cameras at once. What's going on, guys? Today all right, let's do that again. All right, now it's time to get to the Vortec 350. We're gonna drop the pan on this thing and guess what is wrong with this engine. What happened to it? I've got people on live stream right now. Tyler says hey. Noel says hey. So anyhow, we're gonna get a looks like a 3/8 and probably a 1/2 inch to get this pan loose. So I need to go to my toolbox and start taking these bolts out. 2 JCs swap the Suburban? No, I don't have a 2 JZ for one thing. And what's up, Seth? And I don't know, I'm just a V8 guy, the sound of a V8. And yeah, Eric says rod knock. We're gonna be finding out here in a minute what exactly happened. I'm gonna be with Eric on the rod knock. Although it was really weird, the squeaking. It's hard to say. The squeaking made me think that it was like a main bearing, the way it was squeaking. But the rattling when I rev it up sounds like rod knock. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably metric bolts, but we're gonna find out. This year model, it seemed like I had just as many metric bolts as I had standard bolts, which is crazy. I guess that's what they were doing in '98. So what we've got is a 3/8 on those bolts, and like I said, I'm guessing a 1/2 inch. And yes, it's going to be a 1/2 inch, and of course my 1/2 inch is on another socket. There we go. So, all right, guys, what do y'all think I'm gonna find when I open up this engine? Now, I will tell y'all what I have found so far. I don't think that it's all my fault on this engine, because unfortunately I can't show y'all because I have the engine upside down, but in the valley of this engine was a whole bunch of metal material that looks like it had been there way before I even got to this. So there's a good chance that this engine had a problem already that I didn't know about, but it's really weird that I had this thing running for about 2 minutes before I even got any squealing from a bearing. So 427 LS. What's up, Troy? Yeah, an LS would be pretty cool, but I already stuck an engine in the Suburban, and that's going to be today's video. After this, once I finish editing the video, it's going to be like my first road test, which turned out really good. I'm happy with the truck, everything except for the fuel mileage. You can imagine how I feel since I just put an engine in this thing and all of a sudden gas prices are through the roof. So Ken, which old truck are you talking about? Ken wants to know how my old truck is doing. Are you talking about my 66? It's doing fine. I drove it the other day. I don't mind driving that truck too much because it's not that bad on gas. When I took it on the power tour, I can't remember exactly what fuel mileage I was getting, but it was getting close to, it was somewhere between 16 and 19 miles to the gallon. Now what I've got in that C10 truck is a small block 400 and a 700 R4 transmission. The transmission I bought after, from, I'm not going to say which company because of course they're not paying me to advertise, but it's supposed to handle up to 700 or 750 horsepower, which my truck is like way below that. I'm kind of thinking my truck's got more like 300 horsepower maybe, and a lot of torque. So yes, I enjoyed driving it the other day. I'm going to try to drive my Camaro today. It's been a while since I've driven it. Or maybe my Nova, my 75 Nova, or maybe my 65 Mustang Fastback. George's, the red Suburban, I drove in one of my old videos. Red Suburban. I had a red Suburban. I don't remember a red Suburban. Go-Kart by Bob, Happy Green Day. Wasn't that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. Yeah, because I was, John kept giving me a fit because I wasn't wearing green. Rotate device. I just want to put it down so I can get to these bolts. What year Camaro? The engineer asks. I've got a 77 Camaro, so it's a second gen Camaro, the one with the ugly aluminum bumpers that no one likes. I like them. That's what I remember whenever I was growing up. Christopher wants to know what happened to the red K-truck. Were you, has that video been put out yet? Where I, what's today? Today's Friday. I don't think that video has been out yet. The K-truck, we've been using it, and I kind of tore it up the other day. And yeah, it was funny, but not funny at the same time. The pan's coming off, guys. And not funny at the same time because the K-truck is John's truck, not mine, and I did a good job tearing it up. Okay. Here we got the oil pan on the floor. It's got a little bit of sludge in it, but not a lot. And inside this engine, not a lot of sludge. Let me get a rag so I can wipe my hands. Where'd the paper towels go? I cannot, oh, here they are. Put the phone down again. Please don't fall. So there's not a lot of sludge inside of this engine, which is surprising because I saw the oil that came out of it and it was just as black as can be. Let me see if I can find a flashlight for you guys so I can do I have a flashlight in here? Yes. Oh, good. I got a flashlight. No, Cars and Cameras is not gonna just become cars. Let me. I'm gonna try to turn the camera around. Here we go. Okay. So, just kind of looking things over. I don't see anything obvious yet. I'm going to decline your phone call, sorry. I don't see anything obvious yet. Moving the rod bearings around, and I'm not getting any movement here. Okay. I kind of feel bad because I can still see the hash marks inside the cylinder walls. Okay. I'm gonna put the phone down for a second. Let me find a good place where maybe y'all can see me looking at this thing. Oh gosh, I don't want to. You know what? I am going to put this phone in the engine, basically sitting on the oil strainer. So I can sit here and I can rock this engine and talk to y'all. So, I'm not seeing anything obvious, which is really weird, especially since it was making so much noise. Alright, sorry for the glare. Not seeing anything. Huh. Nothing obvious yet. Let me get something to spin this engine over and see if I can see anything happening. I'll be right. Well, I can take y'all with me. Remove this light. I was expecting to find a bunch of like metal, because whenever I was draining the oil, I was getting a lot of, like, it looks like bearing material coming out of the oil. But again, I'm not seeing anything obvious just yet. I'm just kind of wondering. So Christopher says camshaft bearing, oil pump. Oh yeah, eBay sells tripods for phones. I wish I'd thought about that before starting this video, but you know, today's video is late for those of y'all that are just joining us, because I was at an auction. And I just can't help myself when I'm at auctions. I just do stupid stuff. Like, yeah, I bought a car. And, I mean, I'll go ahead and tell y'all, there's going to be some more car content on my channel. Well, I mean, there's always car content, because I've got enough cars of my own that I've got, oh yeah, Vin wants to know what I'm going to do for 100,000 subscriber. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a burnout, of course. A huge burnout with something. I'll figure something out. Where was I? I was talking about what I bought. So, today I was at an auction. I was after some vans to add to the collection, so we can put like cars and cameras on the side of them, so while we're out in the public, maybe y'all could see us while we're out and just, you know, toot the horn at us and stuff. But the vans went for more money than I wanted to spend. So there was an 06, I had no plans on bidding on this car. There was an 06 GMC Envoy. Now, let the hate start rolling in on the Envoys. I'm just going to give you a second. Yep, where's the hate? Justin says, I've always reminded him of Will Ferrell. No way, that guy looks way better than me. So, alright. The Envoy. It's a all-wheel drive, which I'm not fond of all-wheel drive. Yeah, here we go. Vermont Paint and Photo says, Envoy, why? Well, what happened was, it was only at like $700. And it has they say it's a blown up engine in it, which may be true. It might have a blown up engine, but I bought it anyways. Because I bid $800 and I got it. Well, what's under the hood, which some of y'all know, is a 5.3. I didn't know those Envoys had 5.3s in them. So I picked it up for $800, and the paint job looks fantastic. And I thought I could do a video on it. Maybe I can, if the 5.3 is blown up, maybe I can downgrade the engine with a 350 or something like that, and make it rear wheel drive, have a little fun with it. Gosh, all my good tools are in the other, they're in the other building. So I'm gonna just try to manhandle this thing to spin it around. I'm sorry it took so long, guys. So I'm spinning this thing over until I see something. I've got some I'm not finding anything yet. Brian, I hope you're joking on the snake, because I'm hoping y'all are messing with me, because yeah, I do have snakes around. So yeah, Suburban 212. Well, I've already got an engine in it, and I've been driving the truck around. So, ow. Still spinning this thing over, looking for anything obvious. It was a pretty heavy hammer sound. Gosh, I'm not finding it yet. I was hoping I'd find something really obvious. Just keep spinning it over. I mean, oh, that's timing chain I'm feeling. I keep feeling a little something when I spin this thing, a little back and forth, but it's the slop in the timing chain. Someone here? Spin it over some more. Still got nothing. Spin it over some more, guys. And I'm still not getting anything. So, anybody got any comments? Anybody want to know anything? So what this 350 was doing was it was squeaking and knocking. And I'm still not finding anything. And I'm just kind of turning this engine over. I don't see anything obvious. It's really strange because it was really, really bad. Spin it over some more. Nothing. I am clueless. I'm gonna have to I can see the camshaft. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's okay. I thought I saw something. Right now I'm looking at the cam lobes. Maybe see something with those. And right now I'm not seeing anything, guys. I'm looking as hard as I can, and I'm just not seeing anything obvious. Oh wait, I see some no, that's no. Let's see if I can give y'all a better view. Okay, there's you can see the oil going into the top of the piston. You can see that right there, it's got a lot of metal. Oh, wait a minute. I see something. I see something. Maybe. There's a lot of glitter right here. Kind of looks like a main bearing. Something over here. Wow, it's just nothing real obvious. The oil pump strainer's not clogged up. I'm wondering if all of this metal is just from the oil pan or something. I just don't know. I'm gonna have to take each cap off one by one, and I was not prepared for that. Look like second to the last rod had a good bit of slop, Mark says. Okay. Let's see. I'm just not seeing it. Not seeing it. Guys, as loud as this thing was making noise, you'd figure I'd see something right away. But I am not. I'm just not seeing it. Okay. I think I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. I'm going to take this thing apart with y'all up here. So I've got to go get some power tools, and we'll start to break this engine down, because I believe I can pull the bearings out, you know, in 30 minutes. I mean, that really sounded like a bottom end sound. So, all right, well, let me grab my keys so I can go to the other shop and get some tools. Take these nasty gloves off. My keys are in the door. Alright, if I lose y'all, I'm sorry, because I've got Wi-Fi in this building, and I'm now leaving the Wi-Fi, and if I lose y'all, it'll only be for a minute, because the other Wi-Fi from the other building should pick me up. Gosh, I can't believe that. I was expecting to drop the pan, and boom. There it is. I got a rod bearing hanging out or something. But no! I guess I might have caught it a little bit too early. And here's some metrics. I should have enough metrics in the other shop. Alright, so I've got a handful of tools. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm glitching, guys. And it's going to happen again because I'm walking out of this shop and going to the other shop. So here we go. I'll try to make it fast. I'm running. Let's see if that helps. All right. I'm back in the other shop. Is it going to pick me up? Oh. Rotate device. Here we go. Okay. Can you hold that on me and just don't block the camera? So I got a camera guy with me, guys, You see, I have 289 people here right now, and that's questions that they're asking me live. So if you feel like letting me know what they ask, you can tell me if you feel like it, or if you don't, then that's fine. All right, so if there's anyone new here, what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out what happened to this 350. I'm nothing obvious. I pulled the pan and I don't see anything wrong with it.
I want to know, why didn't you check the pistons at the bottom?
At the bottom,
Yeah.
all the pistons look fine. The wrist pins look fine. The bottoms of the pistons look fine. I didn't look inside the top part of the pistons because I just hadn't. But I'm going to be pulling this thing down right now as we speak and see if I can figure out what happened to this engine, because it's just really odd. What do you think happened to it? Do you know?
Asking me?
Huh?
I think it spun a bearing.
Think it spun a bearing. Well, let's see. Well, that one's not their size. So anyhow, again, for those of y'all just joining me, I'm doing a teardown of the Suburban engine because I just got to know. And I'm really shocked that I'm not seeing anything obvious. I'm suspecting a main bearing because it just the amount of squeaking that I was having. Bearing number 1 looks fine. Let's try bearing number 2. Maybe I can do the rod bearings first, because then I can spin it over without any problems. All of the rod bearings seem to be tight, but I just it's really odd. I'm still kind of leaning towards a main bearing.
The camera needs to be where you can see what you're doing, he says. So that's one of them.
So you want me to get your roll around chair to get closer?
I had to sit in something.
Let's see what I got. I'm going to give you my finest chair, sir. Here you go. That way everybody can see everything. All right. So this is rod bearing number 1. Need a little screwdriver. Screwdriver in that box. Anybody got any questions? Just ask. I'll try to do my best to answer. My cameraman will let me know what y'all are asking. Okay. This bearing does not look great, but it doesn't look like it spun. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Yep, this bearing doesn't appear to have spun. But again, it does not look like it's in the best of shape. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a rod. And these are the furthest away from the oil pump, so I'm a little suspicious of them. This one hasn't. What?
Somebody's question.
Yeah.
How many women you had this week?
Oh my goodness. Not enough. All right. So cylinder 1 and cylinder 4 are fine. Let's go to the next ones. The bearings do not look like they're very healthy. It looks like all the garbage is starting to. It doesn't look like this engine's been taken care of.
Take the plugs out of the turn easier.
Yeah. I looked for a. Let me see if I got one here. Yeah, there we go. Take these plugs out. I didn't have a spark plug wrench. It'll definitely spin over better. Alright, there we go. I didn't take this one off yet, did I? I don't think so. Alright, this is going to be cylinder. Well, I'm not sure, it's upside down. This bearing has not spun. It looks like this engine's got the 100 and what did it have on it? 140 or 150? I think 143,000 miles.
It was somewhere in that area.
So it looks like it's got that kind of mileage so far. Oh, that's not gonna be it. Nothing obvious. I was hoping to see something obvious.
That one's moved.
Huh? No, the bearing's left behind. I think this one's going to be fine too, because the crankshaft looks fine. The bearing has not spun, but there is a lot of wear in it, but nothing obvious yet. I hope I don't make this whole video and not have a obvious answer. Any questions that we had popped up?
Hello from California.
Hello from California.
It's bearing wear.
Yeah. So if y'all are new here, I am trying to figure out exactly what happened to this engine, why it's making so much noise. Oh, I think I might have found it. I don't know, this one seemed to rattle a lot more than the others. Maybe. Come on. Ah. hope we found it, because I'm tired of looking. Come on. This one's the hardest one to get so far. I'm a little suspicious. It's like opening up a present Christmas time. There it is. Spun a bearing right here. Spun bearing. Well, I'm glad we found what happened. And the funny thing is, it looks like it's getting plenty of oil. Wow, they spun on top of each other. I can't even get them out. There it is. Spun bearing. Spun bearing. Wonder if how this other one is. Yep, that one's fine.
Mess up the crank.
Yep. Yep. So, you know, with the amount of mileage that's on this engine, it's probably worth throwing a crank kit in it. Could be. All right. So what cylinder is that? That one goes to. It's the driver's side. So isn't the driver's side 1357 on a small block?
I believe it is.
I think so.
That is, it's number 5.
I believe it's number 5, guys. And everything else looks fine. The camshaft looks good. The cylinders still have the hone marks in them, which is a great sign. So that's it. Found what's wrong with the engine.
Some guy wants to know what the first thing you put a wrench on.
The first thing I put a wrench on.
It's my bride lawnmower.
There ain't no telling. So, it appears that the number 5 cylinder on the 350, I don't know why, but it spun the bearing. So, and that looks like that's the only problem I've had. So, my suspicions is lack of maintenance, because the oil was so nasty whenever I first cranked up this truck that I mean, I've never had this problem before. I've always gone to cars and cranked them up, and I like to warm them up before changing the oil. So that's what I thought it was. You know, I'll be fine. And turns out that I wasn't. Now, was it a problem that was there before? Possibly, because in the valley of the engine, I had a bunch of bearing material that was up there, and it looked like it was up there way before I even bought the car. It could be that he had engine noise and he parked it. I don't know. But the Suburban has a brand new crate 350 in it. When I say brand new, I mean it's never been used. but it's been sitting in the garage for like 10 years. It was brand new from GM, crate engine, never been in the car, and that's what's in it now, and it runs fantastic. Peter wants to know what kind of fuel I was running. I was running ethanol free. I believe it was 93 octane in it. Because I drained out the fuel tank and, put some fresh fuel in it. Lots of stuff that I like putting ethanol free in it. So one kick, Cody says, just throw a new set in, it'll be fine. You might be right, but we'll see. Go Kart Bob says, stop blaming Charles, he's a good kid. Yeah, he's a good kid. I'm not blaming Charles for anything. So anybody else got any questions? Because it took me 40 minutes to find the problem. Spun bearing, number 5 cylinder, I believe. So Vermont Paint and Photo says, thank you for great videos. Well, thank you for watching. Oh gosh, no, come on. Someone asked, am I going to slam the Suburban? I feel like I could like lower it and put some good looking wheels on it. It'd be a cool cruiser and tow rig. Oh, and he says it was a joke about Charles. Bikes and cameras, great video, Isaac. Thank you. Let me see. George's, I can't pronounce it. Is that top behind you for your Jeep? Yes. Do you want to get rid of the soft top? The soft top is trash on my Jeep. You don't want it. Troy, hey Ike, I'm currently doing a full restoration on a Briggs 5-horse flathead from 75. Is there a good website that sells vintage Briggs parts? I don't know. We got fortunate. Charles had a whole slew of 5-horsepower Briggs stuff, and he hooked us up, and we just got a whole bunch of it, so we don't have any need for parts. So I hadn't looked for any places to find good Briggs parts. So Mark says, yeah, it's called eBay. Do I remember the first car I worked on? Sure. I believe it was a 1981 Chevy Citation. First car I've ever messed with. It had a blown head gasket. I think I was 11 years old, and replaced the head gasket and stuff on the car and got it running. It was pretty sweet. Might have an old car if you might be interested in. I'd love old cars. I don't need anything else. I would love to have more, but I don't need anything else. I got nowhere to put it. That's right. So, hey Ike, let me know if you need help with the Chevette project. Aaron says, I probably do, because I need to get that Chevette going. So yeah, the Chevette I'm hoping will be a project soon. Gas prices are just getting like crazy high, and I'm gonna need some fuel efficient vehicles to cruise around in. Which, oh yeah, I was talking earlier, just like an hour ago, I bought a 2006 GMC Envoy Denali, and it's got the 5.3 all-wheel drive. I picked it up for $800. Probably not the best car to be buying right now with fuel mileage, but a few days ago I bought a 2001 Toyota Echo. So that's going to be a future vid on that car, something fuel efficient for cheap. And we're gonna. So far, it's not looking so good, guys. It ought to be a pretty funny video, I'm hoping. Oh wow. Okay. Kevin, appreciate the contribution. Love the content. Keep it coming. Thank you. And if any of y'all have given me any donations and I didn't catch it, I'm sorry. Nope, because that was the first one. I see it right there. So thank you for your contribution. Let me see. Mark says, I'd like a front-wheel drive 5.3 for a project car. That'd be cool. Yeah, James says, gotta run. Glad to see you find the issue. Yes. Todd is asking if I still have the bus. Nah, I advertised the bus for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I had it up there for about 2 weeks, and I sold it for $6,000. I'm pretty tickled with it. I think they got a good deal, and I got a good deal. Everyone's happy. Noel, no, it's not Kevin from Junkyard Digs. He's not here. But me and John are supposed to be going up there sometime soon to his place, and we're going to have some fun over at his place. Yes, Ken, the Toyota that I picked up, it is a tiny car. And it gets like 43 miles to the gallon with a stick shift. Todd, I love that bus too, but it was just too big. Dylan's Garage says, with gas prices, good time to ride my motorcycles. Absolutely. My Harley gets 50 miles to the gallon. My little Trail 70 gets better than that. My Buell Blast gets 80 miles to the gallon. So yes, I will be riding around on 2 wheels, save on fuel. So Justin, really? A Mitsubishi? Nah, dude. No. Sorry, man, but I just can't do it. Steve Williams says, would love to have that 57 Chevy of mine. Yeah. They're hard to get. They're hard to come by. The prices of them are just crazy expensive right now. Noel, moped with grocery getters. On upcoming Cars and Cameras video, you're gonna see a scooter. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of scooter it is, but yeah, we pick up a scooter and we get it going, and it is awesome. Steven says, LOL, with gas prices, I need to dust off my bicycle. Yeah. Oh, Chris, man, you must have been on the channel for a long time. Where is the 69 Chevelle? The 69 Chevelle is in my garage. Not in this garage, because all I got is like motorcycles and mini bikes and stuff like that in this garage. Let me see. So I've got my awesome Fat Moto here. That's a good gas saver. Got my little Trail 70 here. I've got to finish putting it together. It was together, and I did an awesome burnout in the shop, and all of a sudden I noticed gas running down the frame. The fuel tank had a crack in it, so I had to pull the fuel tank out of it, and I just haven't I haven't gotten to it here lately. So Mike says, still have the older Bel Air. It's a 53, and yes, I still have it. It's in the garage. So y'all might remember the old monster truck here. Love that project. Got the got a yellow Yerf dog. Got the OG Yerf dog here with the Subaru on it. Got some go-karts sitting up here. Got a Pugly. Pugly is right back there. Eddie wants to know the latest in the Chevy Biscayne. I haven't messed with it lately, but I do need to get it going so I can drive it on the road and test it out to get it ready for the Hot Rod Power Tour. My plan is to take the 68 Chevy Biscayne on Hot Rod Power Tour this year, but I need to road test it. So I'm real close to road testing it, and I will be driving it back and forth to John's on 3-hour trips to make sure that it's going to be good enough for the Power Tour. Got that Fat Moto there. That's the latest one that I did video on. That one's got a 7-speed shifter on it. We've got just a regular old all-terrain here. Love those bikes. Got another Trail 70 there. Little Z50. Got that old lay-down cart. A motorcycle for the engine for a future build. Got some more Trail 70s there, and go-karts everywhere. Pit bikes, Yamaha 3-wheeler, OG Coleman there. Some pretty cool bikes there. That one. So pretty cool projects in here. So Salted Cedar says, that's how you found me, the fat boy. Nice. Well, appreciate you're here. Appreciate you watching. So, oh, that little twang just reminded me I needed a haircut. Got a haircut appointment. Not just yet. I hate that lighting over here. Any more questions? Because I'm about to hang up. So anyone that's if y'all just got on here, what I did was I pulled my 350 down that came out of the Suburban to find out what the problem was with the engine, and what we have here is some spun bearings on number 5 cylinder. It wasn't really obvious, so I caught it. I mean, I don't think I can say I caught it early, but it doesn't look like there's any. Okay, I'm gonna have to put a crank in it, crank and bearings, because the crankshaft is damaged. I don't know. I'll have to ask about the rod, because the rod, that bearing's been spinning in that rod. I might have to do a rod too. I don't know. I've never dealt with a spun bearing, so I'll just ask the machine shop what I need to do. And the engine is savable, and it only has 140,000 miles on it, and it still has the hash marks in the cylinders. I mean, the cylinders aren't even worn on the thing, which is amazing with that mileage on it. But my guess is the car sat so long, the Suburban sat for 8 years with that old oil in it. I think it's, I think maybe that the oil had congealed or something, got solid inside one of those oil galleries, and it just starved the number 5 cylinder with oil, because the bearing right next to it was fine. So I don't know, why did it do it? I don't know. So Dan says, where antifreeze got in it, I found no evidence of any coolant inside that engine. So I don't know. Everything looks fine. Todd, I can't sell any Trail 70s, man. I gotta keep them. Plus, most of the ones that I would sell, no one would want, because they're in pretty bad shape. So, thank you for asking, though. I gotta hang on to my Trail 70s. George's Castle. When are you going to do a video on the V8 Volvo? I've been talking about it lately. I think it'd be really cool to break that Volvo out and take it to the drag strip this year, and you know, maybe beat my fastest time, which the fastest time on my 81 Volvo 244, no, it's a 245 because it's a station wagon. I run 890s in the 8th mile with a bone stocks 400 small block Chevy in it. So I would like to get into the low 8s. That would be pretty cool. So there will be a video on the V8 Volvo. I'm just not exactly sure when. So it's been an hour, guys, and I'm gonna have to let y'all go. I appreciate y'all tuning in, watching me tear down my 350 engine and finding out exactly what went wrong with it. And I believe it is savable, but it's gonna need a crank kit. So it was a pretty decent running engine for about 2 to 4 minutes before it just said screw you and spun a bearing, or I don't think it was spun before. I think it just happened. You know what you're gonna do. So anyhow, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned today for new video coming out on the Suburban. It's probably going to be about an hour or two, but yes, there will be another video out today. So thank y'all for watching, and thank you for your contributions. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers. My plan for my 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a huge burnout for y'all on something that will be pretty cool. So, guys, please subscribe. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching.
Hell, you should have bought the Sunbird for the burnout.